We're here today with Zachary, the factory himself.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The exact man.
All right, so tell us about the factory. Tell us a little bit about what that is.
Yeah, we
how
don't
that
just
works.
Yeah,
what
we don't
you
just
do.
call them the factory for no reason. Like there's a reason behind it. So go ahead, explain.
All right, so it started off as Zachary Factory, and what's crazy is I had this whole idea when I was in high school. I was like, when I retire from the NFL, I'm gonna give it back to the kids. Zachary Factory, right? Boom. I'm 19 and football's over for me. Too many concussions. So then at that point, it's like, all right, I gotta make the same dream happen without the plan.
Yeah, the main
without the
that
goal.
without that end goal of being in the league.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, it took a lot to get to this point, but now the factory is building the future. That's the goal. It's like make it more than just some personal training. I'm trying to make it where I'm impacting the community. That's the goal.
Yeah, I saw you're doing things with the garden.
Yeah, I just started I just started a community garden. Just did that April 1st. That's the day that I planted. So yeah, lit on that. And then this summer I got a HBCU bus tour.
Oh, shout that
Yeah,
out. Go ahead,
for
shout
sure.
that out.
Mm-hmm. So y'all the first ones to know about that. I ain't put that anywhere yet.
Okay.
I was gonna say send us the flyer.
Top secret.
Top secret, but yeah, hopefully by the time this comes out, I'll be promoting it as well. But I'm taking kids 12 to 18 to all the HBCUs that are in Georgia.
Oh,
That's what's up.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, that's smooth.
So the factory is doing well. It's alive.
Shout
So,
out the factory.
We actually talked about you in another episode. Talked
Yes.
about Demo was talking about how like his biggest spiritual like guides in a sense.
Oh, yeah.
Are you and
Best
Grandma.
Sue.
Pretty soon.
Oh man, yeah, that's the general.
That's the general.
That's the
honcho.
leader for sure.
Yeah, so I've been looking into shadow work, doing a lot of shadow work, reading a lot of things. So figured this would be like a great kind of
Icebreaker episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. We can definitely get into
fill us a little bit of the knowledge that Demo gets at home.
Oh God.
Well, if we go into shadow work first, I'll just say the best way to explain it is dealing with the parts of yourselves that you hide. So that's why it's called my shadow. And then also when you go throughout your day, I mean, my shadow's with me everywhere. So even the dark stuff that I hide from everybody is still with me wherever I take, wherever I go. So it's like until you deal with yourself completely, and that means like the good, the bad, the ugly, the in between. Until you do that, the shadow's still gonna be messing with you. That's why it's like so many people that have money or the perfect circumstances, it seems, but then they're still messed up in their mind, messed up in their life because they haven't dealt with the things that they really need to deal with. Money can't heal everything. You got to make a decision to go inside yourself and be like, I'm bigger than my past. I'm bigger than my mistakes. You just got to accept that I did those things and it's over with now.
What would you say is the first step into getting to know or getting to be comfortable with being uncomfortable with yourself?
The biggest step is definitely not being afraid to face the truth about yourself. So instead of pretending that stuff didn't happen, pretending that you're perfect, pretending that you're something other than who you really are, that's when you break the original walls that are built up. It's like you're trying to be something for other people. Once you realize that, bro, I'm not happy being something for somebody else, that's when it really starts to, okay, let me figure it out. Let me get into it. So it's like what happens in life to make you even get into the shadow work is being uncomfortable. It's like, I don't want to keep living for other people. I want to live for myself. Then that's when it starts. Who am I?
It's like the imposter syndrome, which is crazy you say that because I literally have a quote written down from one of the books that immediately when Boyd asked that, it was like the first thing I thought of. And it's about that self-acknowledgement of that other side of you.
Yeah.
He said, have you recognized your madness and do you admit it? Have you noticed that all your foundations are completely mired in madness? Do you not want to recognize your madness and welcome it in a friendly manner? You wanted to accept everything, so accept madness too. Let the light of your madness shine, and it will suddenly dawn on you that madness is not to be despised, and you should not spurn in madness. Since it makes up such a great part of your nature, be glad that you can recognize it, for that'll avoid you becoming its victim. Madness is a special form of the spirit and clings to all of craziness at bottom, utterly illogical. Man strives towards reason so that he can make rules for himself. Life itself has no rules. That is the mystery of its unknown law. What you call knowledge is an attempt to impose something incomprehensible in life.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that's deep.
That's deep.
I just went over a lot of people's heads.
Yeah, like everybody spends so much time running away from that side because it's not
comfortable,
socially appropriate. It's not comfortable. Like it's little things that you feel.
Once you realize that like normal is just something that somebody set up, that's when it's like, man, what have I been doing? Like you just said, we are just saying, all right, this is normal, this is normal, this is normal. So we try to be those things. But it's like, bro, no. Who made that up? Who said this is how this goes? Once you do that, bro, you can really be free.
And then it causes so much like mental illness in our generation, at
For
least,
sure.
because that's really what it is. Like,
Especially,
it stems from you running away from the real you.
Especially with social media, bro. Like, social media has us so messed up in our head about our identity because we're trying to be somebody else. It's like we see so many people that are our age that don't have to work because of the life that they've built on social media. So it's like we're sitting here like, man, I'm in this position, I'm in this. Bro, everybody's not supposed to be doing what that person's doing. Like, I'm here for a reason, that person's here for a reason. Stop comparing ourselves so then I can really be myself.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard the thing? And it's like Instagram is like everybody's top 10% or whatever.
Yeah.
Of they life.
Oh yeah.
Like they gonna take the top 10% and that's what you're gonna see on their
creates
Instagram.
such a lack of originality and
but like
I did not see that.
And in reality, I feel like it's more like 1%. Like that's they 1%, and there's so much more behind every person in like their Instagram feed.
I think that it comes down to the same thing as like going on a first date. When you go on a first date, bro, you're trying to show the best parts of yourself, bro. You don't show anybody
you
the
don't
stuff
show the
that you don't show them anything besides the good. So social media, it's like you're constantly trying to have a first impression or a best impression on people.
And it like lack of authenticity. Like nobody has originality anymore. You just kind of see something online and either like do it or try to add a little twist. Like you see somebody wearing clothes and all of a sudden it's like what they're wearing, you're wearing.
Right.
Indeed. I'll be putting that shit on though.
Indeed, y'all boys go cop. You feel me?
After all the books I've read, I started looking at it like a Jekyll and Hyde. Like with the first date, like you give everybody the Jekyll, not the Hyde.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You have to be both sides if you want to live in peace. Everything is about balance, like between yourself, between
everything. First date, I just got to put it all out.
Yeah, like everything is light and dark, and you should come out with gray.
Everything is about duality, like you said. Yeah. Everything has two sides.
That's insane.
And like that's why people can't do relationships.
Yeah.
Everybody's scared to show each other the hide.
And then also too, like you're saying, because we wait so long to show people who we really are, it's like when you see who people really are, it's like, bro, I would have never even gotten in this situation with you if I would have known
you were like this.
Yeah, if I would have known this is who you really are.
No, that's the rough parts of it.
And then like it's literally, if you don't learn to balance that side of you, you will never live a peaceful life.
No.
You will always be uncomfortable in your own person.
And that's the one that matters the most. You gotta be comfortable with yourself. If you're not comfortable with yourself, you don't have shit.
And then you become sour and hateful, and all the things, everything that you don't like in somebody is usually a projection.
Yes.
Like it's.
Oh yeah, we're definitely all reflections of each other. Like when you start to see the people that you run into, who your friends are, all of the different connections, you see it immediately. Like I am this way in a certain way. If you see what I'm saying, even with my brother Denzel, I'll see him do something and be like, bro, I do that same thing, but it'll
Just
be
don't
about
work out.
something different.
Yeah, like
Nah.
you start to pick up on little things you wouldn't have
Yeah.
noticed before.
Nah, for sure. Like, me and when y'all were out, Jock had called me the next day and he was like, bro, Zach's comical. And I was like, bro, if I'm comedy, you gotta know he's comedy. Half the stuff I got is from him.
Nah,
Yeah,
I was
so-
telling him about Through the Shades On became a whole different person.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely. I put the shades on. It's a whole different me.
But yeah, for you, those of y'all that don't know, this is my older brother, Zach.
Yeah.
We've been competing in all aspects of life for
Yes, sir.
all of life.
Big dubs this way.
Okay. All right. 1v1 coming soon. You might see.
Yeah.
it, you
We'll
might
we'll
not.
we'll bring the camera out for that too.
'Cause-
Yeah, we gonna
What's
have
the
to.
score?
Score
What are
prediction.
we going to?
Score prediction.
11.
What are we playing? 11 or 12?
11.
11.
11.
11 by 2.
Ooh.
When are we doing more than one game or just one game?
Just one.
Oh, that's crazy.
One game.
One game.
One
Keep
game.
it, yeah.
I'm
As
not
real
gonna
as
lie.
it comes.
I'm not gonna lie. Zach is one of the only people that I consistently would ever feel like, all right, this is gonna be a dog fight. There's not a lot
sure.
of people like that step in front of me where I'm like, rough day.
Yeah. Big facts. Retweet.
But I would say first one game. I would
I'll
say
let him
Zach
go
probably
first.
wins that game.
Yeah.
I would say he goes to the post a little bit.
Okay, for sure. I was about to say that. Bro.
I feel like he goes to the post a little bit.
If it's one
If it's
game,
one
bro,
game, for
I'm not
sure.
taking any chances. I'm getting all layups.
He's gonna shoot all layups.
All layups.
And I'm gonna jump for a lot of fakes.
So we going 11-7.
Yeah,
11 to 7?
I was around there. I was 11-8. So
Alright.
yeah, but if it's more than one game, I feel like it gets different. You get to see both bags.
That's facts. When it's more than one game, he gets busy. You see what I'm saying?
Nah,
we
both
gotta
get busy.
we gotta get there.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are the biggest challenges to facing the shadow self?
First, like I was saying earlier, honesty.
Honesty.
Yeah, honesty is a big one. If you're not honest about who you are, that's gonna cause a lot of trouble trying to move forward inside of your shadow self. Number 2, I would say once you are honest with yourself, you got to be able to move on after you see it. So like,
Oh, ego death.
yeah, you got to let go of your ego, you got to let go of your pride. You got to realize, like, bro, every decision is your decision. So it's like, in all the ways that you've made decisions in your life, it was me.
Yeah.
And when you own up to that, it changes everything.
Nah, ego death was such a big one for me.
Definitely.
And it's
You
like,
gotta put that
It's-
pride to the side.
And that's the hardest one because you're so hardwired to not want to do that.
Man,
Like,
yeah.
your-
The human's natural
your-
instinct is to be selfish.
Yeah, your tendency is to be scared of the ego because of how dark it is.
mm-hmm.
So you're always running away from it.
Yeah, because
Right.
you're trying to protect yourself
Yeah. It's
from
like-
yourself.
Yeah, you
From
don't want to
yourself.
spend too much time in your own insanity.
Yeah.
you just gotta accept it. Like, it's already happened.
Exactly.
change
It's in
the
the
past.
past. You can't change it.
Because
Like,
once
can't
you
go back and just, oh, if I would have
Rewind.
done this different, nah. Like,
Right, 'cause
Doesn't work
that's literally wasting time, wasting energy. When I'm sitting here thinking I could have did this different or I could have did that different, nah, wasting your time. And then the last thing, what we say, honesty, letting go of your ego, and then the last thing is sharing the experience. So like, all of us learn in a few ways, but if you share your experience with the real people around you, they'll start to change. Like, when I first started sharing spirituality and stuff with my family, and then they started to see how my life was changing, it immediately started to change them too. So it's like, you got to share the experience.
No, that's literally how it is with your friends too.
Yeah, I was about to
I've
say,
seen
I
so
feel
many
like-
of my friends that I'm very open about mine. Like, you'll get there eventually, or you'll know what I'm talking about. And,
Yeah.
like, I've seen certain of my friends, like, as you keep talking about it, they slowly, like, unintendedly, they just think about it. You're just planting the seed.
Yeah. I was about to say, I feel like we're going through that right now. Like, from us starting the pod, I feel like we've all been a little more open, whether it was
for sure.
to us or
Whatever,
outside sources. I feel like we've all just
Bro, just by y'all doing this podcast, I want to look at all three of y'all. I'm about to get on my podcast. You see what I'm saying? Because I've been
shout out the podcast.
Yeah,
We'll
for
probably
sure,
say
bro.
stuff
No
there.
question. Like, I seen something the other day. I think it was podcast 520, and what's his name? Jeff Teague was talking to Lou Will.
He's comical.
So he was talking to Lou Will, but he was shouting him out like, bro, I got Club 520 at his crib because of Lou Will.
Wow.
Right. So it's like, I want to shout y'all out because when y'all see me doing it, it's because of y'all. You see what I'm saying?
Most
Shout out to
definitely.
you, son.
Love.
For sure.
Yeah, no, it's a great idea, definitely.
Yeah. Because people need to hear this stuff that you guys are talking about.
And it helps us too. Like
Yeah.
first recording, we were like, damn, did I really know you?
Yeah, like, we talked about it after, like, we were like, I literally apologized to both of them. I was like, I'm sorry, like, that I didn't know y'all, and I'm sorry that y'all didn't know me.
Yeah, I think a lot of times we just meet people where we're all at and just start moving from there. We don't talk about the past or why we even connect so easy on the shit that we connect on.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, I
That's
feel like
how
we
it
go
goes.
through like bits and pieces, so that's why we stay close or like we are connected.
Yeah.
But then like when you hear the full story, it's different. Like
It's very
And
different.
especially as like guys, because
For
you're
sure.
not supposed to open up according to social media, which is the
Yeah,
fucking
according to
problem.
the
Like,
standard that was set.
social media tells you basically it tells you men don't bitch, but
Yeah,
that's
men-
so
men
different.
don't
Like
It's-
it's different from accepting, understanding, and being open about it, and then
Mhm.
bitching. Like, don't sit there and sulk in it. You pick up, you keep going, you figure it out.
yeah, I think it is from life too. Like, yes, social media has us messed up, but from life, bro, like, it's a little boy and a little girl. They both fall on the ground. They both cry. We're going to look at the little boy and say, stop crying, be tough.
Yeah, you're all right.
Yeah.
You're good.
But the little girl,
No,
you're
yeah,
going to pick up
definitely.
and baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another study that they found out in like babies was they put a barrier in between a mom and a son and a mom and a daughter. And the daughter, she just cried. The son was trying to figure out
I
how
think I've
to
seen this.
like get to my mom.
yeah,
Men are
saw-
natural problem
Yeah.
solvers.
Yeah,
It's,
did see something
it's
like
definitely
that.
innate.
That shit is crazy to me.
Nah.
It is wild.
Yeah, we're just wired differently,
Yeah.
and that's okay. Everybody
it's
wants to make
crazy
that such a bad thing
Because
That's
it's
okay.
like it's literally human nature.
Human
Right.
nature.
Like, as much as it sucks for some people and they want to be mad about it, we can't help it. We're
Yeah,
this
it's
far down
literally like-
evolution.
yeah, like bro, like
This has
they're-
nothing to do with
they're-
us,
they're-
bruv.
This is not like 20-year-olds we're talking about, like 30, 40-year-olds. Like we're talking about like
babies,
like
newborns,
like newborns,
well,
like
not newborns, but like
they're
you know
like
what I'm saying.
one,
Yeah, babies.
Yeah,
couple
babies,
months old.
toddlers.
like, you feel me? And like steady
Yeah.
show. You go look it up.
And I think this just made me think about something, but just to shed light for y'all, bro, future relationships. With women, when they come to you and they're saying something, try to remove that from who you are. Try to like let her talk. Don't try to solve
yeah.
everything. If you see
Yeah.
what I'm
I've
saying.
I've definitely
I've had to learn that
I've definitely had to learn that.
The hard
I've learned
way.
that one.
the hard
'Cause
way.
just
Yeah.
like you said in the example, bro, women are trying to let you know something's going on. They might not even want everything to be solved. Like, they like to vent. We like to
Yeah.
hold things in. So it's like they're not always trying to say something to argue or to
Or to have
make
it
you do
solved.
something. Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you don't learn how to do that, most
You're
of the
in for one,
time,
brother.
you're in for one, because most of the time, that's usually just a trauma bond. Y'all aren't actually understanding each other. You just comfort each other because y'all seek the opposite thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
seeking
and,
no
and-
answer.
and that's the shadow self shit too, because
Yeah.
it creates trauma bonds. You have unexplainable attractions to everything somebody is that you can't be, but you know you want to be. Like, just go be it. Don't trauma bond with somebody.
Right, it's literally all about balance. Everything,
Balance.
everything in life is all about balance.
So, with what you just said, why do you think that like 90% of relationships don't work out in today's day and age?
I'm going to be completely honest.
oh God, talk to me, brother. Literally,
It comes down to two things. One, men being weak-minded.
Big agree to that one.
Shots
2,
fired.
social media and entertainment in general. Like, the music that we listen to creates,
very influential.
right, it creates a self within us that is like, we want multiple women, we want a lot of money, and we want those experiences. Same time, it's like, that's not really what you want.
And you know that the whole
And you
time.
know that. And you know that.
At all.
Right. So I think that's a huge thing. It's like the things that we influence. I say in the factory, you are what you eat, and I'm talking about physical food, but that's way bigger than physical food. So whatever I'm consuming to my eyes, my ears, my spirit is in taking all of that. So it's like subconsciously I'm moving around and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to look like whoever. I'm trying to have money like whoever. I'm trying to do this and this and this. I'm trying to have women like whoever. Whole time, like we said, that's not what you want and that's not who you are.
Yeah.
So I have some advice I want to ask.
Okay.
So you've done your shadow work and things, and like, you know, I talked to Demo. I've heard you're like,
And I'll say not
go ahead.
not all of my shadow work. I'm still
Yeah,
getting
He's
through.
still shadow.
that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
for
Like
sure.
realistically,
He's still
you're doing
walks.
shadow work
Yeah, still
almost your
doing.
whole life, and you should be, because you're always growing, you're always experiencing.
Always
But
evolving.
you've definitely began the whole like integrating part.
the journey.
Yeah, I'm so like, that's the one thing I struggle with. I know all these things, I see all these things, but actually applying it to my physical reality.
Yeah.
Into play.
How did you go about beginning to do that for yourself?
So the biggest thing is to see the physical as the spiritual and the spiritual as the physical. And I'm going to give you an example. There's something called anchors, okay? And that's exactly why you can't do what you're trying to do. So, for example, an anchor holds a ship in place, a boat in place, right? So in my mind, I can have mental anchors, okay? So in the physical world, an anchor is heavy. That's a lot of weight. In my mind, if I have anchors, it causes weight as in time, mental heaviness.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Do you see what
My
I'm saying?
Lord.
Yeah.
So, for example, before I started being who I am now, there would be anchors to, let's say, even my family. I'll go deep because that's what most of our biggest anchor is our family. So it would be times where I'm like, I want to be this version of myself, but how would blank feel?
Yeah, how would
whatever
my
family
family
member
feel?
that is, bro. That does not matter at all.
It doesn't.
Because who's having that conversation? Me in my own mind.
Yeah, the whole who would
That's it.
how would
They feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm making myself feel away off of somebody else. But that's what I'm saying about an anchor. It's like you could get up in the morning and be like, I'm going to wear whatever I want to wear. And then, nah, what would this person think? Because I'm about to be over at this person's house, or I'm about to. and it just goes like that all day, bro. So it's like until you start to see, bro, what am I putting in my head? What's making me take so long to do what I'm saying I'm going to do? It's the mental anchors. Do you see what I'm
I've
saying?
never thought about that.
No, that's definitely.
Nah, that weight though, that is such a gem.
And that
But that
is
wait
such a
time
great
was
one.
such a
elite. That
gem.
wait time was
That's-
crazy.
Yeah, that's such a great one because it immediately clicked. As soon as you said it, I was like, no, that's
Yeah,
very-
you can start to see it immediately. Like, bro, I'm anchored to this. But it's
Definitely
like
have
you
some
just got to
anchors.
pick one and start there.
Even, and it's so simple. Like, even part of my daily routines, I'm like, it would be great if I just started doing this throughout my day. But then it's like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I couldn't because blank, or I'm supposed to do this
Excuses.
with blank, like,
Nah, I feel you.
or like, I'll tell myself that alone it would be boring, but like, it's something that I would definitely do alone.
And that's definitely huge. That's something that's happening to me now. So like, I'll be like, man, there's situations like, let's say it's a female or your friends. You want to go do something. You plan it with your friends. Falls through. Doesn't happen. You want to do it with a female. Because how you feel about her, you start to cater the time you're having to her. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you don't really have any individual time to say, this is what I like. This is who I am. it's like we're always trying to do stuff with other people.
Constantly on the
Right.
go.
I've thought about that. I was actually going to do that this summer. I was going to take a trip like completely by myself.
Yeah,
No, I
definitely.
definitely
Just
wanna
for
do
shits
that.
and giggles to see how that went. I was thinking like a cruise or something.
Nah, I'm gonna be going for
Keep
like
it
3
simple.
days.
Yeah.
Going for like 3 days in like Tennessee, North Carolina. Something
Yeah,
like
like,
that. Somewhere I can drive.
I don't know. Like I want to get
That
out
would
too
be
with a whole
smooth.
bunch of people
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
just on a
know.
little smooth trip.
I wanted to do cruise just because it's a whole bunch of people I don't know, and I'm in the middle of the ocean, so
that
it's
could help with,
literally
like,
in this
social
small
anxiety,
little
stuff like that.
like I am literally forced to just be who I am.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
You definitely meet people at the bar.
Yeah, I'm definitely meeting people at the bar.
You would
Yeah.
definitely meet people at
Bar,
That boy got the drink
casino.
package.
I'm definitely ready for a cruise for sure.
Yeah, nah,
Bro, what?
we're going on a cruise in December.
December, yeah.
I feel like that's gonna be real fun. I just hope they got a basketball court.
Oh, that's the whole cruise as.
What,
2v2, we're running up
what-
some
what-
bread,
2v2?
brother. We're running up some bread.
what cruise line?
I believe it's
Might be-
Western Caribbean.
Nah, you're talking about the place. It's Carnival though.
Oh yeah, you're
The
good.
cruise line.
You're good,
My
you're
fault. I don't know my
Carnival.
I've never been on a carnival.
Carnival. Good.
I've never been on a
basketball
cruise. I've never been on a cruise.
The boy said I never been to a carnival.
I've been to a
Hey,
carnival. I
you're
actually got a
caught.
concussion at
You're
a carnival.
caught.
Concussion at a carnival, boy.
Yeah, you
That-
did tell me
concussion at a
about that
carnival?
actually. Yeah, that was a funny story. Funny man.
Yeah. Funny man.
Man.
Now that I'm thinking about it, y'all ask me, but what do y'all think is a anchor for y'all?
Ooh. Right now, I would say one of my biggest anchors in basketball is my Achilles.
Okay.
Just
So when
because
you're
like,
hooping,
I know I don't want to tear it again.
mm-hmm.
That was probably like I would not wish that on my worst enemy. Like never,
I feel you.
cause like that shit's ass. Like that shit's so ass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when I'm hooping and like I feel like a little tweak or something like that, it makes me want to go sit down just because I'm like, hey, all right, come on, like slow your roll.
So before you keep going, would you guys like if I gave a suggestion for your anchor?
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
Definitely.
So with your anchor, which is probably going to be the solution for all y'all's anchor, is this. Are you okay right now?
Yeah.
Did you tear your Achilles?
Yeah.
And you're okay right now?
Oh, yeah. It was in the past.
There we go. So even if something did bad happen again, I'll return to what? Being okay again.
Yeah.
That's is going to be
I
that
have to
simple
be okay with.
with whatever happens
Yeah.
every day. Cuz we don't even know how we wake up. We don't know how we go to sleep. We don't know how we're here.
Yeah.
So if I start worrying about,
The what ifs.
yeah, bro. What if?
Can't worry about what if.
Come on. Yeah. You got to let that go so then you can really hoop again how you want to hoop
I
again.
really gotta let go of the. I've been hooping lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's why you keep talking
Well,
about you
Boyd
ready to
knows.
see me.
Nah, Boyd knows. Boyd knows. It's been
You've
bad.
been
for
trying
people.
some crazy shit, bro.
Yeah.
I just be like, bro.
Yeah, I
What's going
windmilled.
on?
I windmilled.
Like, I'm in the gym with him.
Yeah.
For what?
For what?
I windmilled.
For his happiness. Cause
Yeah.
I know that like we can run threes or something now.
Yeah.
And like I'm gonna actually play some defense, like a little bit.
Hey,
You got some defense.
This is Boyd's bag right here. I'm sorry, Boyd. I'm sorry.
Nah. You can expose the bag.
Yeah, don't expose the bag.
All right. I'm gonna
You
let
can
it.
give hints, but like you feel me? Like
He said defense, we're going to leave it right
All
there.
I'm gonna say is hit or miss.
okay, type
Okay,
shit.
we'll leave it there.
That's indeed. That's facts.
That's a great one.
That's
a
facts.
great.
That could go
That's a
for a
great
lot of different things.
Because
you
if
see
you
what I'm
know,
saying?
you know.
That's facts.
I don't think I ever seen you hoop, bro.
What?
I don't think
Not
so.
even when we was like younger.
Yeah.
No, no.
what?
Oh, little
I was
kid
gonna
hoop?
say,
Yeah, I
like-
definitely seen you back then. Yeah. I'm talking about.
Corner three.
Man, what? I definitely remember that.
Corner three, good.
Yeah, that boy was
Middle school.
20.
20.
Yeah.
Was I?
You don't even remember.
I said
20
20.
couldn't have been.
Nah, bro, it was 2020.
Couldn't have been.
I promise.
Maybe that was freshman year that I'm thinking about. I was definitely like 1 or like 3
Yeah,
or
one.
some shit.
You were one. Your freshman year.
That's what I was finna say. I
But
was
8th
gonna
grade,
say,
brother,
I don't
you
know.
Oh, yeah, you was definitely 20 in 8th grade.
20
I
ball,
remember
bro.
that vivid.
20
Hey.
ball in the corner.
The fact you
brother.
don't remember, that's bad.
Yeah.
Crazy work. I remember all my numbers.
Yeah, I definitely remember all my numbers.
Yeah, that was just some shit I didn't care about then.
He made the team.
Because like football, I'm good. Like
You were
feel
just
me?
saying
Like,
that. To me
Yeah.
today.
Bro, I wore 55 one year. Like
In basketball?
no, in football.
In football.
Yes,
That's bad.
That's treacherous.
55.
55, you were never a linebacker, though.
Never, never, ever.
I don't think you
Never
could
a linebacker.
Never.
That's bad.
Safety, good.
Yeah.
55.
55
Receiver,
is close.
good.
Hey, look out
55.
for 55.
55,
What position
that
he
was
play?
game plan.
Look out
Linebacker?
for 55 down there.
55.
What position he play?
Don't even
Linebacker?
sound like a. That's crazy.
There's no word.
Bro, it was young. The jersey might be upstairs.
Yeah, we'll find it.
That's wild.
Get a little green one, dark green. Yeah,
He's seen the jersey.
That's what you're talking about. He's not lying.
Hey, it's
He's seen
definitely
the
upstairs.
jersey.
We're definitely.
Hey, it's like Packers kind of green.
Bro, I was yeah.
yeah. We
I,
go.
I was always either like 24 or 3 or like, you feel me? 'Cause
Yeah. I remember those.
24 or 03, you feel me? I'm one of them. I'm
yeah.
normally 24. For the longest, it was 24.
That was my.
Bro, 55. Like, they had like, everybody got a jersey. They had like just enough of them. So whatever fits you, bro.
Oh, yeah. I see what you mean.
55.
Yeah, bro, it was 55.
It was sickening.
All right, Jock. What's your anchor?
My anchor.
Go ahead, ponder.
Definitely my mom.
Damn.
Okay. So, in what way?
Cause like we have a great relationship. Like that's bro.
That's 20
damn
now.
near.
Yeah, for sure.
That's 20 of them.
But it's like because of that, it also became so pressing on me because we're so open with each other that it's like I know when she's judgmental and I know what she judges.
Mm-hmm.
So it affects like everything I do. Like even like relationships.
When
I'll
she's
be like,
judging
certain
your
shit
decisions.
because-
I'll be like, okay, like she's cool. But then immediately start thinking about,
How would Fabby see it?
yeah, well, what's Fabby gonna say? How's Fabby gonna feel?
Well,
Could I really build a life around her and like somehow integrate the two, like things like that?
what I think my suggestion on that one is think bigger than right now. So, like, I'm 24. I still live with my moms. So it's like, until you think outside of that, that's when it's going to change. Like, you're not always going to be sitting up under your mom. You're not always going to be with your mom. So you got to think like, all right, I got to be happy regardless of if my mom is around or not. You see what I'm
Even
saying?
like being Hispanic, like
Mhm.
cultural difference.
Yeah.
Like
That's fair.
I'm gonna have to somehow integrate the two.
Yeah, no question. Integration is fine.
Yeah.
But then you
Whole
have to,
different language, whole different food.
yeah, for sure.
Different life, brother.
You know that going into the situation already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and then friends.
Friends,
Yeah.
I'm a supporter whether you happy.
man, what you gotta do is and this sounds crazy, but I sent out to some of my guys. I was like, I'm speaking at my church. You see what I'm saying? I want to see y'all pop out. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if I hit you on the weekend and I say, bro, let's go to Buckhead, let's go to the city, and you respond ASAP, and I see you in the city, but then when I say, all right, this is something important to me, boom, pop out to this, and you don't show up, your opinion does not matter to me about anything.
No, respectfully.
You see what I'm saying? At all. And then the same thing too, like there's a situation where I was with one of my homeboys and I was telling him, I'm like, bro, I'm about to get my life together. I'm about to stop doing certain stuff. I'm about to really lock in. The same night, my boy gets arrested for fighting. So it's like, bro, and then you're expecting me to, right after I just told you this, to put all that I told you on the line. Like, bro, I got dreams, I got goals, I got aspirations, and you're drunk trying to fight. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't got time for it.
Things like that, and then it's just like
This was that.
integrating all of your friends together. You know, like in a sense, you want to do the things you enjoy. Like everybody enjoys different things.
Mhm.
Sometimes you enjoy the same things,
Right.
but then it's like those situations where you enjoy the same things, but maybe enjoy them differently.
Yeah.
Think about it. Technically, right now we're integrating. because this is so cool and weird for me that like my older brothers hang out with my friends. Like that's so cool to me. That's so cool to me.
And I think that's what it's about, bro. You gotta put like, for example, I have friends that I know will do certain things with me, and then I have friends that I know will do other things. Yeah. So you just put them together in that way, if you see what I'm saying. And then for I guess like special occasions for folks' birthdays, of course everybody's gonna come around then, and then you can make something happen. Like, okay, 2 different friend groups, because it was like that for me when I went to college and played football and came back. It's like, bro, how am I gonna integrate my boys from North Carolina to my guys from down here? And it's like, you just got to put something together. You just got to, you know what everybody likes.
Definitely put something together.
Yeah.
That's just that I definitely put something together. We're going to keep that off the podcast.
Patreon. Y'all go tap in.
That's crazy.
Nah, but the fact that you say that's so weird and cool to you is so funny, because literally for the longest time, I've been telling Denzel, like, I got to come over one day when you and Zach are just kicking it. Because every time we talk, I'm always like, I need to have a conversation with Zach, like,
bro.
Nah,
because I don't have,
like, he hasn't been there, man.
I don't have too many friends that can actually hold a good, steady conversation and actually talk about it, because they've actually tried to do it.
Right.
Most people will just like, oh, I read this on social media, so I can kind of hold the conversation for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I feel you. And besides actually trying what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like nowadays when I ask for advice, it's way deeper than just like simple little answers. Like I need somebody that actually understands things.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Boyd, you're the last one. What's your anchor?
I'm piggybacking off of Jock here. I'm not gonna lie. I was in between like family and friends, parents, friends, type of thing. So I mean, you did a pretty great job answering both. I'd figure it'd be around the same.
Yeah, around the same.
If not, it's just like tweaked a bit for the certain situation.
That's all I was about to say. In what way? Because for him, his way was relationship-wise, integrating his mom's wishes with his own wishes. But at the same time, we gotta prioritize ourselves.
Yeah, because she's pretty, like, with friends, it's cool. She knows that I'm a good judge of character, so, like, whoever it is, it's cool. Yeah. As long as they're not, like...
Yeah, as long as... If
do you have siblings?
Bad,
yeah,
like,
you're not... Yeah.
Do both y'all have siblings?
Yeah.
I don't.
He doesn't.
So, of course, your mom's OD, bro. You're her prized possession.
Yeah, she's
like,
OD.
No,
Yeah.
we'll explain to you, like, why, like, prized possession, like, after the pod, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, like, and it blows me. Because she steady reminds me of it, and it's like, I appreciate it, I understand that, but it's also so burdening.
Yeah.
So, in what way for you?
I would say on the family side with the rents, I would definitely say like the judgment, the more so just, man, I'm here, I'm not, you feel me? Trying to compare myself,
Right.
but getting away from, like, trying to get away from that.
Comparison, yeah, I feel you.
And then I would say the same thing with friends in the comparison sense.
Comparison sentence.
Comparison sense.
Comparison sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, my fault, son.
But
It sound right.
and then just like time management.
Oh, time management for sure. That's
Like I'm trying to please. Like I feel like I'm
trying to please
pleaser.
too many people.
So like, I'll tell someone it's good. Tell someone else it's good. Forgot I made plans.
Yes, right.
And at the same time, I gotta tell someone something like.
Right. I definitely feel you. I feel like because I had no idea about your pops. So just by sitting in this room right now, bro, I can just imagine the pressure that you've had in your life. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I was saying, think grand scheme. Don't think of all the things that you worry about right now, bro. Like think about
The future.
how proud your family's gonna be off of you actually being yourself, bro. Like say this pod blows, like y'all really blow, bro. They're gonna be like, bro, I'm so sorry I doubted you. That's what you gotta bank on. You see what I'm saying? That's how I wake up in the morning, like.
And that I'm not even gonna lie. I had that thought today Cause like,
Yeah, there it goes.
That boy
Yes,
Zach is
sir.
co-star.
Yes, sir.
bro, I
He's
got
co-star.
co-star re-downloaded.
Oh, you
figured
cooked.
it out?
I figured it out. That's like later. But nah, like I dead had that thought today because like I said something about recording earlier. My mom sent me like this. I walked in to like go tell her something out. I'm sending like words of advice. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
Cool. Let her type it out. Sends it to me. Talking about like, cause I told her I'm not trying to work at 9 to 5 for
Right.
like I'm done. Like,
Yeah, 9
Bro,
to
it's
5
too
life
late. It's
is
too late.
dead. Like,
Our whole generation,
like-
bro. There's no way we're doing 9 to 5s, bro. Everybody has too much access to knowledge to know how to make money on your
too
own.
Yeah, right.
easy to
Like,
be rich now.
It's
yeah,
too
like,
easy,
I'm
brother.
not like that's not what I'm doing. She's
Right.
like, you gotta do it because it's consistent.
That's what somebody told them.
If I put my time into something, I guarantee you I can make way more bread.
It's that simple.
Like,
Oh, for sure.
you gotta keep. Okay. Like I just like that's more
You just
so
gotta-
part of it. I just gotta keep saying
Okay.
until I can prove it.
Yes,
Here's how-
and that's what you do. Show with the grind, bro. Like I seen earlier before all the pod started, and you were talking about the two angles. You can see the drive in your eyes when you're like, bro, I don't give a what. It's just work. You see what I'm saying? That's how you said it. You see what I'm saying? That's what it really is for you. You like, bro, I'm trying to make a way with it, so it's just work, whatever it requires.
The way I started dealing with it is realizing that most of the time they're trying to give you constructive criticism. So it's like me and my mom's relationship has definitely gotten better since I started picking my life back up. And back then it pissed me off, but she was just really
Trying
trying
to
to
help.
remind me that like, yo, like pick it up. Like you're better than that.
And then also
And-
too, I feel like they put what they got taught on us. So like, yes,
Yeah.
cool,
Yeah.
constructive criticism, but at the same time, our parents know they had dreams before this 9 to 5 stuff, bro.
For sure.
So just because they let their dreams die, and that's no offense to them, because I love my mom and my dad for everything that they've done for me, but they chose to choose the route that they did. So let me choose my route. I'm sure that their parents were not saying, this is exactly what you should do, and they did exactly what their parents said.
No.
That's not how it worked.
No.
So it's like they got to see that within us. Like, also try to have these same conversations calmly with them. Like, go up to your parents and be like, do you realize how this makes me feel? When I come to you and I'm talking about my dreams and then you say, I need to go get a 9 to 5. Do you see what I'm saying? Make them realize how serious it is.
Right. And I kind of got into that today with just like texting her back.
Co-star.
Just texted her back, and I was just like, listen, I understand the 9 to 5 thing, but like
for real.
that's not what, like, I'm not going to be doing that.
Right.
Like, that's
Because
not going to be, I'm not finna be one, like, no offense to anyone, but
Yes.
like, that's the path you chose. I'm not trying to take this path. I'm not trying to be here when I'm 40.